You probably obsess over your computer's processor or graphics card, but your storage drive is the real foundation of your digital life. Every file, your OS, games, photos, and documents, lives on your hard drive or solid-state drive. The speed of your storage directly affects how fast your computer boots, loads apps, and saves files. Even the best processor can't overcome a slow drive. It's a classic bottleneck. Yet storage is often overlooked. The two main types, hard disk drives, HDDs, and solid-state drives, SSDs, do the same job, but in radically different ways. This difference impacts everything from boot times to battery life. Choosing the right drive can make an old PC feel new or ensure a new one runs at its best. We'll break down how HDDs and SSDs work, compare speed, durability, and price, and help you pick the right one for your needs. By the end, you'll know exactly what's inside your machine and what upgrade will make the biggest difference. Let's dive in. The hard disk drive, or HDD, has been the backbone of digital storage for decades. Think of it as a giant warehouse for your data, reliable, affordable, and able to store huge amounts. Inside, spinning platters coated with magnetic materials store your files as ones and zeros. A read-write arm hovers just above the platters, moving to access or save data. All these moving parts mean HDDs make noise and are vulnerable to shocks or drops. Their mechanical nature keeps costs low but limits speed. HDDs are great for bulk storage, but their physical design is what opened the door for faster, more durable technology. Enter the SSD. Picture an HDD as a tiny, high-speed record player. The platters are like records, spinning thousands of times per minute. The actuator arm, like a record player's needle, hovers just above the surface, never touching it. To find a file, the arm moves to the right track, then waits for the platter to spin the data underneath. This seek and wait process, called latency, slows things down. Reading or writing data means physically moving parts, which takes milliseconds, an eternity in computing. That's why loading big files or starting your PC can feel slow with an HDD. The drive is literally searching for your data, piece by piece. Now, meet the solid-state drive, or SSD, the game-changer in personal computing. SSDs have no moving parts. They're more like supercharged USB drives, built for speed and reliability. Data is stored on flash memory chips, managed by a controller that acts as the brain of the drive. No spinning disks, no arms, just pure electronics. This makes SSDs silent, durable, and perfect for laptops and portable devices. They use less power, boosting battery life. Most importantly, SSDs access data almost instantly, no waiting for parts to move. The result? Your computer boots in seconds, apps launch instantly, and everything feels snappy. Upgrading to an SSD is often the single best way to breathe new life into any computer. Let's see how the magic works. SSDs use NAND flash memory, a grid of microscopic switches, each storing a 1 or 0. The controller sends electrical charges to flip these switches, writing your files. No moving parts means data can be accessed from anywhere on the chip, instantly. That's why SSDs are so much faster at loading scattered files, like your operating system. While each memory cell has a limited lifespan, modern SSDs use smart algorithms to spread out wear, making them last for years. For most users, you'll replace your computer long before the SSD wears out. The speed and reliability of SSDs have made them the new standard for storage. Now let's compare the different types of drives. Speed is where things get interesting. When it comes to speed, the difference between HDDs and SSDs is dramatic. A typical HDD tops out at 150-200 MB per s for big files, but slows to a crawl for random tasks. Enter the SATA SSD. It uses the same connection as HDDs, but delivers up to 550 MBs, 3 to 4 times faster for big files, and hundreds of times faster for random reads and writes. That's why your PC boots in seconds and apps open instantly with a SATA SSD. But there's more. NVMe SSDs connect directly to your motherboard via PCIe, bypassing old bottlenecks. NVMe drives can hit 7000 MB per S or more, over 10 times faster than SATA SSDs and 35 times faster than HDDs. Loading a game level, HDD a minute, SATA SSD 15 seconds, NVMe SSD 3 seconds. For most users, the jump from HDD to SATA SSD is the biggest upgrade. NVMe is perfect for gamers and professionals working with huge files. Today, NVMe is the gold standard for performance. HDDs are now best for bulk storage, not speed. Let's see how this plays out in the Indian market. Price matters too. In India, HDDs still offer the most storage for your money. A 1 terabyte drive costs around Rs3,000, Rs3,500. Need more space? A 4 terabytes HDD is about Rs7,500, perfect for backups or media libraries. SSD prices have dropped fast. A 1 terabyte SATA SSD is now Rs5,000, Rs6,000, double the price of an HDD, but many times faster. NVMe SSDs are surprisingly affordable. A 1 terabyte model costs Rs6,500, Rs8,000. For a small premium, you get blazing speed. Even budget laptops now ship with NVMe drives. If you need massive storage, HDDs still win on price per gigabyte. But for your main drive, the extra cost of an SSD is absolutely worth it. The performance boost is huge, and the price gap is shrinking. So which drive should you choose? It depends on your budget, storage needs, and performance expectations. Tight budget or need lots of space? Go for an HDD, great for backups or media storage. Want the biggest speed boost for an older PC? A SATA SSD is the sweet spot, fast, affordable, and transformative. Building a new PC or need top-tier performance? NVMe SSDs are now the default for gamers and creators. Don't pay for NVMe if you just browse and email. A SATA SSD will feel just as fast. Don't slow down a new gaming rig with an old HDD. The best setup for most people? Use both, SSD for speed, HDD for space. Here's how to combine them. The smartest setup is a hybrid SSD plus HDD. Use a fast SSD, 500 GB or 1 terabyte, for your operating system and favorite apps. Your PC will boot and run at lightning speed. Add a large HDD for your photos, movies, and backups. Tons of space, low cost. This combo gives you the best of both worlds. Speed where it matters, space where you need it. For desktops, it's the gold standard. If your PC feels slow, check your drive. Upgrading to even a small SSD as your boot drive is the most impactful upgrade you can make. Don't overlook your storage. It's the unsung hero of your computer. For more tech tips, stay tuned.